The Bible makes it very clear homosexuality, LGBTQ+, is a sin.
This is gonna be a good video. Still going. I've been sitting on this video idea for a long time. I actually went through and prepared it back in November, but here we are now in February, finally posting this video. Someone tweeted me back in October, please react to this. Christians on LGBTQ Q&A from the Paul and Morgan show. This is gonna be good. But really quick before I get started, I want to send a big thank you to AdamandEve.com for sponsoring this video. I recently did an unboxing that you can see on my vlog channel, youtube.com/JaclynVlogs. I will leave the link in the description below. Go to AdamandEve.com, use my code JACLYN, J-A-C-L-Y-N at checkout to get 50% off any one item and free shipping. Check it out, and now let's talk about why being gay is a sin.
All right, Morgan, say something.
Is the most brilliant thing she says the entire video. It don't get better than that. It really doesn't though.
And this is the Paul and Morgan show.
Oh, okay, weird ending. Paul and Morgan show instead of Paul and Morgan show. Switching it up, getting freaky.
Christianity and LGBTQ, how should we respond?
Just don't fucking talk about it, huh? How about that? Just don't. Just don't. But I get it from a Christian perspective. As we all know, I once was there. They teach you to go forth and evangelize because you literally think people around you who don't think the same way are going to go to hell, and that's terrifying. So part of me empathizes with them, but still super annoying.
So I thought, Morgan, to start off this video, we should pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to talk about relevant issues and that we do have a platform to speak on these things.
I mean, that's the beauty of the internet, right? Or any social platform. Anybody technically does have the chance to say anything that they want. Freedom of speech. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they should be censored in any way, but if you're gonna post content on the internet, you have to expect backlash. So, hi. That's me.
One of the most common things that we're expecting we're going to get is just people saying that we're being judgmental.
I mean, you are. The thing is, and I notice this a lot with religious people, is they say extremely judgmental things, but then take the blame off of themselves and put it onto God. Like, I'm not judging you. I don't think that you're a bad person, but God thinks that what you're doing is a sin and that you deserve pretty much to burn in hell forever because of it. I don't think you're a bad person, but you know, you're going to hell.
We're not judging in a hateful, a hypocritical, or a harsh way.
It's not harsh. I just think that what you're doing is wrong. You shouldn't be yourself. You should basically live a lie and not actually give in to whatever you identify with sexually. You know, if you're gay, you should just change that. If you're trans, you should just not be. I'm not trying to be harsh or judgmental, but if you don't do that, you're gonna go to hell forever. But I'm not trying to be harsh.
This is a loving call to our brothers and sisters, calling them out of what we believe, what the Bible says is sin.
So this is where the part of me comes out that wants to empathize with them a little bit. Like, I feel bad. I remember how brainwashed I was. They have the same look on their face, and trust me, it's not a fun feeling to be in their position. Like, they say that they're happy and they smile, but like I said, that was me, and I was miserable. I was confused, I was conflicted. I knew deep down there was a little voice in my head, you know, screaming out that, yeah, you're lying to yourself, you're living a lie, you're saying these things with such conviction, but deep down you don't really believe it because you know it's nonsense. I'm so thankful now to be out of that headspace. Whenever I see the two of them talking, and when they say things like this and they say that it's coming from a place of love, I do believe them. And these people, and not everyone that says that is actually being loving. A lot of people are just trying to be assholes and judgmental, but the two of them, I really do believe that they feel that they're doing what they need to do to save people, to help people, so it is coming from a place of love, but it's only because they've been like raised in this brainwashed cult. It's a cult, you know, and they have just come to believe that if people don't listen to them, they're gonna be tortured forever, and that's such a scary thing, and I feel so bad for them, but let's keep watching.
Question number 1, here we go.
Just because I feel bad does not mean that I do not find them extremely annoying though. Real annoying.
Is being LGBTQ a sin / can they be Christians? The Bible makes it very clear homosexuality, LGBTQ+, is a sin.
To be fair, this is the one thing I will agree with them on. If you are following the Bible, right? If you're a Christian and the Bible is your holy book, you know, the rules in which you follow, that you adhere to, that you worship, then you should follow it, right? You shouldn't pick and choose and say, oh, this is just a, you know, example of a story that has some deeper meaning, but it's not to be taken literally. But this part over here, that shit's literal. People cherry pick, and everyone does it. That's fine. I'm not trying to judge people who are religious that are open to LGBTQ. I appreciate those people for not being radical, but at the same time, if we're being honest, the Bible does say that being gay is a sin, which is one of the arguments I'll use to say throw the whole damn thing out. It's bullshit anyway. It says a lot of really horrible things in there, like being gay is a sin. It condones slavery. It talks about women in really demeaning ways. It's horrible. The whole thing is bad. And it says people deserve to burn and torture forever if you don't love someone who puts you in that position to fail. Just because they don't happen to pick and choose like other people do doesn't make them worse. It just makes them part of the same cult, but less open about it. So just save yourself some time and pain and mental gymnastics and double standards and circular thinking and just be an atheist. And that's my official advertisement for being an atheist. You don't have to do the mental gymnastics and wear yourself out from trying to convince yourself of things that just make no sense, no fucking sense, and you don't have to be an asshole. It's great, it's a win-win. Religion just seems unnecessary. You don't need it to have good in your life, to do good in your life, and sometimes having it causes you to do things and say things like these two that are bad and really hurtful, but you feel entitled and righteous in doing so.
What do you say when an LGBTQ plus person says, God made me this way? Does a porn addict come out born that way? Does a thief come out born a thief?
I hate this argument. I hate this argument more than anything. They're equating being gay to being a thief, to being a porn addict. By the way, I hate this argument. Most of the time, whenever I see people make comparisons of, you know, being gay with other sins, it's like, oh, you know, being a murderer is bad. It's like, okay, you can't compare being gay to murder or something, you know, fucked up like that. Like, you can't make that comparison, but I mean, I guess today it's porn addiction.
Whether that be murdering, whether that be lust, whether that be
lying, cheating, stealing,
homosexuality.
Lying, cheating, stealing, homosexuality, and hey, I called it murder. You hear that one all the time. Just gotta throw that one in there, you know. You have sex consensually with someone you're in love with, you murder, same.
No, God did not make you gay. He did not make you an alcoholic.
Alcoholism. That's another really great comparison. I'm not gay, but I am drinking wine, so, you know, I'm on the same exact playing field as the murderers, because we're all the fucking same. I don't know.
Question number 3. This is the big question of our decade. Should I go to my gay friend's wedding?
I would hope that y'all wouldn't. I wouldn't want you there. I'd be surprised if someone who was gay was like, you know what, these two people who are extremely bigoted, let me just invite them to my wedding. Let me tell you what, I am pretty sure that whoever is getting married has enough stress going on that day, and they probably don't want to worry about these two people coming in being like, I object because of the Lord. Just something I don't think they would need that day. That's all I'm saying.
What the loving thing is to draw your line and to not show support for what the Bible calls sin.
We're not being judgmental. We're not being judgmental at all, but I just can't support your fucked up life, man. Like, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is gross, and it's a sin, and like, I can't be there for it. But we're saying all of this with love, and we're not at all, totally not being judgmental. Just reminder.
I love you, but I'm not going to support you in an ungodly lifestyle.
I just don't know how to be a good person to a friend of mine getting married. Like, how could I be happy for them? How could I possibly find it within myself to be happy that someone I care about has found love and a partner that wants to be with them and support them and love them for the rest of their life? How? How could I walk up to them and just be like, congratulations, and mean it? I just can't.
I personally don't know, like, how you could say, congratulations, I'm so happy for you.
There are bigger consequences at stake than, you know, losing a friendship. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, there is hell in play here.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for them. It's such a weird, conflicting set of emotions that I'm going through watching this video, because on one hand, like, I see them and I hear what they're saying and it's super bigoted and it makes me angry to hear people talk like that about others. But at the same time, I remember what it felt like for me to be in their position. I was never homophobic, but I do remember as a religious person being extremely judgmental on topics like abortion, on, you know, the general believe in Jesus or go to hell thing. I was super strict on that, and I would talk about it to my friends, and I would have that genuine fear that they were going to go to hell. So whenever I see them talk about this, it reminds me of myself and how, you know, even though I was saying hurtful things to other people and being very judgmental, I was. Even though it's coming from a place of love, that doesn't mean it's not judgment. I was being a judgmental bitch to people because I was religious and felt like all of these people weren't as good as they needed to be to get into heaven, which was my own standard that I had set up in my mind. Yeah, it was brainwashing, but at the same time, I was looking at people as though they weren't good enough to go to a place I was gonna go to. And that sounds horrible, and it is, but at the same time, it's coupled with this genuine fear that that's a reality. And how scary would that be if it were true and you had the chance to do something about it? Like, that's what these two are going through. And like I said, that is not a fun mental place to be in. So these two, like I said, they can smile. Like I said, they can smile all they want. They can say that they're happy all day long, but I know how that feels, and it's not good. You're torturing yourself. They'll never admit it so long as they're religious, but they are hurting.
I don't want to encourage this lifestyle that is going to result in separation from God right now and in all eternity.
I mean, do you guys see it? Do you see what I see? Do you see two people that are really scared and hurting, or does it just piss you off, or is it both? I would really love for you to let me know what you think in the comment section below, because it's such an interesting thing for me to observe, having been where I am now and like where they used to be.
Question number 6. Thoughts on transgender people?
Oh God, I need more wine. I just need more wine for this. I can't.
Transgenderism, it's the same as any other sin. If you give into it and you let it become your identity.
They don't see how hypocritical that is. They're super religious. They're Christians, right? But they have made that their entire identity. That's completely taken them over, and they will argue with me on this. They will not agree with me on this, I know. But it's completely brainwashed them. It controls their every move. They think about it every day. It manipulates whether or not they can support their friends. Like, this has taken over their brains and taken control of their life. Being religious, being Christian, yeah, you can be raised that way and brainwashed, but at the end of the day, you can choose to not believe that shit. If you are gay, you can't choose to not be gay. So they point their finger at other people and say it's a choice that you can unlearn. You know, it's taken over your life. You need to take back control of your own life, and they don't see that it's 3 fingers pointing back at them.
God made you male, he made you female, and if you can fight those sins that are prone to you, if you can fight those off and like use the authority that you have in Christ, what an incredibly strong testimony you're gonna have.
What an incredibly miserable life you would have. I know people, I have heard stories of people, and we'll talk more about this in a second, who are gay and force themselves to get married to the opposite gender and have a family, and then they're miserable. Trust me, 2 people who are unhappy forcing themselves to stay married for whatever reason is not going to be a positive household for kids to grow up in.
Do you believe a gay person can become not gay and live a heterosexual life?
Yes! Yes, we do!
Yes, I believe that, says the guy who's married to the girl in this video. He was a little over-enthusiastic about that answer, don't you think?
Yes!
Yes, I do, Queen. Yes, I believe it, because I'm doing it right now. I don't know, maybe that part's not true, but going yes to that question is real funny.
We know people who have turned away from homosexuality and gotten married to the opposite gender and had kids, and it's like...
Fun fact, a lot of people have been tweeting me about this, but the guy who married Bethany from Girl Defined went through conversion therapy trying to not be gay, and then he married the girl from Girl Defined. Imagine that. What a happy life he has in store for him.
We got through it! I'm gonna go puke now.
Wow.
By the time I'm done making this video, I'm gonna need to puke too, because I had to drink so damn much. But I do want to point out a couple of things. First of all, Why did she feel the need to puke? Was it because she was worried about the responses this video was gonna get? Or was it because that little voice that I was talking about earlier, deep down, is screaming out, telling her that what she's doing is really fucked up? Could the reason that the video is now unlisted be for the same reason? I find it hard to believe that it's just a product of them being fearful of public rage and anger and people getting mad at them for saying what they say. Because that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to piss off all the people who are gay, who are supporters of the LGBTQ plus community. You're trying to piss people off, right? Because you're trying to get in their head and save them. If your intention truly was to save people because you were fearful that they were going to go to hell forever, you would absolutely not unlist this video, right? If you thought you could save even one person from going to hell, you would not unlist this video. There's no way. So that tells me one thing. They don't buy their own bullshit, or there's a little voice in both of their heads that's screaming out saying, no, stop, what you're doing is wrong. Not only is it incorrect because it's bullshit, but it's also wrong morally to sit there and preach the types of messages that they were in this video. I don't know, like I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, but I think this video was unlisted because of that little voice, not because they were getting too much hate on the internet. Because if they really believe hell is real and people are going to hell, the hate that they get online would not prevent them from keeping a video up like this if they thought it could save even one person from that. So I call bullshit. And Paul and Morgan, I know you watch my videos, and I know that you reached out to me after the last video that I made on you. If, just throwing this out there, if y'all are ever in LA and you want to hang out or have a conversation or make a YouTube video together, or go grab a drink somewhere if that's okay with you. I don't know if that's a sin. I think it'd be fun. I'd be willing to have conversations, so email me, find a way to contact me, and we can make that happen if you are ever in the area of Los Angeles. And again, like I said, if you guys would like to click on the video link in the description below, I will have my unboxing from adamandeve.com. Use my code Jaclyn at checkout, Jaclyn, to get 50% off any one item and free shipping. Lots of fun stuff, lots of cool things that I unbox. So click the link, use my code. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it everywhere. All my links are in the description below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.